Friday is my day. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? What's going on out here in YouTube land? Yes. We are back and we are ready. We are back and ready. Yes, indeed. My DJ, boy. One day you gonna get it, DJ. Woo! Can we get China up in here? What's going on, China? Oh my goodness, come on, Keisha. I put it in there for you, but I'm gonna put it in there again. There you go. I just put it in there again for you, Keisha. Come on in here. Come on in here. Where you go, China? Okay. While we waiting on them to get it together. He needed it. Kimberly Ortiz in the building. What's up, Latu Haruna? Danita Joe. How you feel, Danita? Is that you, Mark? That's JBE 162, y'all. Willpower's in the building. What's up, Kimberly? Facts 100. Honey B. Lee is up in here. Holly White. What's up, Holly? Kimberly Ortiz. Facts 100. Edith. What's up, Edith? How you feeling? Andrea Davis in the building. What's up, Andrea? Beth Mikey. Value Val. That's what it does, and that's what we do. Yeah. Is that you, Linda? Linda Rose in the building. How you feeling, Linda? Beth Mikey. Everybody waiting for the weekend. Raise your hand if you've been waiting for the weekend all week. Oh my goodness, man. What's up, Willpower? Josie Ferry's in the building. From hopeless to victorious. I see y'all. Come on, everybody, check in. It's time to check in. Jay Waters. What's going on? Tressa. That's you, Lady Virgo. What you know, Lady Virgo? Josie Ferry. Beth Mikey. Come on in here, Keisha. Come on in here. Keisha, you know, it seems like you've been gone a month. I hope you're feeling better. That's what we want most. Yeah. I see you, Karen. What's going on? Janet Cross in the building. Y'all better get in here. Carolina Breeze, I am blessed. Janet Cross, Honey Bee Lee, Linda Rose. Everybody come on in, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Oh, Miss. What's up, Keisha Spady? Tressa. What's up, Tressa? Melissa Smith. What's up, Kim? Beth Mikey. Patrice Bean. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Yeah. Something like that. What's up, Melissa? I know it was gonna start again. As soon as I can, boy, I'm telling that DJ gonna get it. As soon as I can afford to replace it. Oh boy. How y'all feel this evening, ladies? Everybody good? What's up, Darsh? Tell them, Karen. Clap your hands. Tell them, Karen. What's up, Kim G? Josie Furry Latu Haruda. Honey Bee Lee. Empathic Shar's in the building. Value Val. What's up, Kim G? Oh my goodness, man. My computer tripping tonight. I see that. What's up, Speedy Rock? Katie Lynn.
Mine is acting up too, so don't feel bad.
Man, I don't know what it is. Is it the weather? Do the computers start tripping because of the weather or something? What is going on? You know, I don't know, but I ain't even gonna trip. You know, I'm gonna start the show out tonight.
Can you guys hear me now?
Because yes, indeed.
Okay.
Yes.
Someone was saying they can't hear me. I was remixing everything.
Listen, first and foremost, we're gonna shout out my main man, David. Y'all better save it for David, because David knows what time it is. He knows that we here, and that's what it is. And Connie, mwah, there you go. We got to shout out the sponsorship, because you know, life without sponsorship is life working towards sponsorship, something like that. Guys, ladies, gentlemen, good people. How y'all feeling, ladies? How y'all feeling all right tonight?
Good to be alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good day to wake up. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, indeed. I think every day you get to wake up, it's a good day to do that. Yes. Oh, my goodness, man. This is
all I can say is take care of yourself. We put so much off when we dealing with a narcosphere, and we don't do things like, you know, those dental checkups, those regular health checkups, you know.
All that.
Infection, it was like, the dentist was like, you should be dead. I'm like, I should be what? It's like, oh,
whoa.
You don't have to change your vocabulary.
Hey, don't talk like that around me, sir. No. Please and thank you.
Right.
That in my atmosphere, could you know?
Yes, I know.
There you go. Uh-oh. China, come on now. It got you on the ropes. It got you on the ropes again.
How's the weather? The weather could be knocking out signals. I know we got high winds here. Y'all have high winds in
hurricane.
Yeah.
You know, first of all, shout out to everybody that made it through the Hurricane Helen. Isn't it Helen this time?
Helene. I don't know.
Let's get it right. Helene. Because, I know all the Helens out there feeling some type of like, why y'all name me Helen? You know, my name is Helen. I don't need no.
The details is in the name.
There you go.
Some names. Damien, all of that. You'd be like, DeVille, your name is what? I don't think this gonna work.
No, it's not. And we know why. So, y'all ready? Ladies, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready to attack this narc tonight, full-fledged? Are you committed to a full-on attack this evening?
And the storm is perfect because anytime you with a narc, look outside. That's your life. They always got a hurricane. You just get caught up in a little mini tornadoes if you get involved.
Man, oh man. So, guys, tonight's session, beautifully named. Did I spell it right? Because I didn't check. I kept it simple, plain and simple. We got a lot of new faces in the chat, so I wanted to dedicate and give them a good introduction, to where we are with this thing. Okay. First and foremost, okay, those red flags, everybody that you saw, that you see, that kind of peekaboo at you here and there, those red flags won't ever turn green. Once you see it, you saw it, that's what it is. Now, I think one of our biggest problems is We see it and don't see it at the exact same time. We see the red flags. We see that.
Sorry.
Going on a wedge, huh?
That was my stomach.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, them red flags, at best, what do they do? What is when something is red hot, maybe it turns orange hot after that? I don't know. But what I do know is what you're not going to see is a better day. You're not going to have a better time. You're not going to continue to be able to turn that blind eye. That's right, Linda. You're not going to continue to be able to turn that blind eye. This situation that you're dealing with, I want you to have a perfect understanding of what you are dealing with. It is not somebody playing a practical joke. Because, see, you're going to see things that are so crazy. You're going to start thinking, okay, where the cameras at? Somebody's punking me in this situation. There's no way there's nobody this crazy. For real. There's no way. And I'm telling you, you're going to think like that all the time. You are literally going to, it puts you in a frame of mind. These people put you in a place mentally where you truly start to believe, I know somebody's watching me. I know this is being recorded somewhere. There's no humanly, there's no way anybody is this trifling. There's no, and then you start thinking, oh, wow, but you know what? They did tell me that, they grew up, in an environment that was crazy, that was toxic, that was abusive. And I want everybody listening to this, I want y'all to understand something. When they told you that story, okay, they knew that every time they call you out your name, every time they put their hands on you, every time they spit on you, every time they curse you, every time they abuse you, the first thing you're going to remember is what they went through when they was growing up or whatever their lie was. And you're going to have the capacity to understand, oh, this is why they are like that, because of what they grew up like, what their household was like. And yeah, their mama was crazy and their daddy was beating on them and abusing them. And you're going to keep making excuses to justify why you put up with it. And you're going to keep making excuses to justify to yourself, good God, to yourself, the lie that you're living.
Yeah.
It helps you wake up every day and pretend you're in a relationship. Every day you got to hit the reset button. Every day you wake up, you got to hit the reset button. Oh, you know what? Today I'm just going to be positive. I'm not going to let this monster pull me back into this energy. Today, nope. I'm going to prove to this devil, to this trifling crut ball, this dirty, cruddy, trifling crut ball, that I can be the bigger person. I'm going to prove again. This is your life. I'm going to prove again that I'm going to show this person. How many times have you shown the narc you're the bigger person in the situation?
Lord.
Every time. That's how many times. Every time.
Yeah.
How many times did the narc ever show you they were a bigger person than to argue, than to lie,
No.
than to steal, to betray? Ever? And yet we still feel compelled. Like it's necessary, like it's a part of my life to prove to this person. It's a part of my life to save their life, their trifling life filled with lies, deception, deceit, anger. Like it's my job. That's the position that you have taken. Like it's your job to prove to the devil that you can handle all of the crud, all the lies, all of the backstabbing, all of the betrayal. You can handle it. And then you get to feeling sorry for yourself. Yeah, you get to feeling sorry for yourself and say, well, I done went through all this. Well, I done been here all this time. I might as well stay. I might as well stay with the one that's trifling. I want you to get this through your head. You in something that's trifling. Ain't nobody, well, I ain't gonna say nobody, because there's plenty of people staying in it.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people staying in it. There's plenty of people out here justifying why we married, we got kids, we got this hot property together, and it's too complicated. Well, that devil knows you. That devil knows, okay, I done gave you the reason to stay, because that's all they was looking for when they met you. What reason do you need to stay no matter what? That's it. What reason do you need to stay no matter what? No matter how many times I cuss you out, talk to you like you the dirtiest, triflingest thing ever, deceive you, lie, whoop you, cheat on you, steal from you. What reason do you need to stay in that? Because that's all they want to know. And once they figure it out, listen, it ain't like they're going to give it to you. Now, once they figure it out, the only thing they're looking for after that is dangling in front of you. You want peace, don't you? You want a good relationship. You want somebody to go come home every night. Come on now. Guys, I want you to know, those red flags ain't ever gonna turn green.
Right.
Go ahead. Get in there. Get in there. Tag in. Go ahead.
See, and they also
I think it's the weather.
Yeah, it might be just be the weather. Wow.
but they try to use. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now we can. Yep, you kept freezing, but it's fine.
You got to say that again because you froze completely out.
I say they try to use that abandonment issue. It's not always just they've been abused. It's, oh, my mom was too busy chasing men, or men were in and out of the house, that she never showed me how to love or how it is to be loved. So you try to love these people through their trauma. And that's what they try to hold you to. And not only did our elders teach us to fight, that's what they use. When they meet you, they say, I'm looking for somebody that's willing to fight for the relationship. That means I'm about to put your ass through hell, and I want you to fight to continue to go through this hell. That's what they're looking for, and we're taught to do it, especially us women. We are taught to fight for our relationship where a man can just walk away from it. But
Mm-mm.
we have to sit there and fight and go through exactly what he went through.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was very windy.
Mark is trying to
What they
hold.
have.
Ugh. Man, she on fire, man. Come on,
Few things, man. That's
man.
what we need to do.
Okay, okay. We're gonna let China get
And
it.
that's like it's the three main well there's it's kind of like 3 to 4 main reasons why people stay. One, you're gonna stay if you feel if you have faith and you feel like it's your vows to God. It's one of the things that a lot of the covert religious narcs use because they know you don't want to break them vows to God. They got scriptures down packed where God hates divorce, all of this stuff. You're supposed to pray prayer if you if if you have an unbelieving
Hold it,
husband,
hold
you're
it,
supposed to pray
hold,
for them.
hold it, hold it. We're not just skipping past that. We're not just skipping past how the narcs already have.
Yeah, these preset scriptures. Being submissive, and they all use the same ones. I've had many religious ones, 2 pastors. They use the same things. You be a submissive wife, or you a Jezebel, and you have the husband is over the wife, which he is. That's cool. They're not doing their part with God. Like this is like we have to understand when they break a covenant, they're not living in obedience to God in no way. And God never said marry Satan ever. He said from these run.
That's
We
right.
didn't run. We talked to him. We was like, oh, I know you're in church now. You repented. You came off drugs, and we missed the fact like you've been on drugs for 20 years. That's a lifestyle at this point. So you
It's-
1 month sober. Okay. Can you get about 5 years under your belt before you want to have a wife out the church? Because he about to bring that person all the way down. It happened to me. Like that's how it works. They're going to go for a good wife because Satan wants them to target the virtue. So he can covenant the virtue that can get them fully loaded with their demons. So they do that destiny swap. Now you suffering, your health is suffering, mental health suffering, they attacking the kids, all of that stuff is going on. That's what Satan wants. That's why he has them in the church. Wolves. It say they ravishly bite you, like they tear you up. You're a meal to them
there you go.
in sheep clothing. That's them. And then they shapeshifters. You got the slap fox. Even if y'all really like read, like Jesus was like, hey, go tell that fox. He addressed that thing. No, foxes are shapeshifters. For one, they masquerade.
Mm.
That's what narcissists be working with. They working with the whole legion crew inside of them. Like their body is a temple for demons. They're demonized. We are temple. Our bodies are temples. We harboring something. And so them things, I call it soul jump. I be like, oh, you just soul jump. Because another demon just jumped in their soul and now it's acting like them. So you might get the hardcore street demon, you might get the church demon, you might get the mama boy demon. You don't know which one you gonna get, but they gonna be soul jumping. And so and that speeds up over time. So they might be like 100 people in one day by the time y'all a year into that stuff. Then you people might stay because of the children. Don't do them children like that. They are abusive to the children. They do
Man,
severe punishment or no punishment. Whatever you doing, they doing the opposite. And then they're going to gaslight the children against you. Oh yeah, your mama, if she would have did this, you wouldn't have got a whooping, or your mama would have did, or your daddy, if it's reversed. Oh, if your daddy would have, took care of us, we wouldn't be living like this. Or if your daddy would have sent that money, you wouldn't have to go to school in the same pair of shoes. Knowing that the money was sent, they just spent it on their hair and nails. Like these are real facts.
yes.
The faith, the finances, call it these F's, like the family. So faith, family, finances. Another reason why somebody will stay in this horrible crap, because the narcissist had made it to where if you were a breadwinner, they took over the finances and made you dependent on your own paychecks. They can do that. This is how deep this is. So now you don't really have the means to just up and leave because you can't financially do it. That's what they do. Or if you came into it and they were taking care of you, you still in the same situation. You can't just up and leave. So finances make you stay in Deluluville. Then you got family, faith, finances, and then it was another one I forget. Anyhow, and the competition factor. Like,
You said there was something in there.
being fake. You can be in competition with all of these other supplies because you in this illusion. Immediately, once somebody cheating on you, that's it. We didn't do that. I can admit I didn't do that. I was the one. I was always the take back queen. Like, oh, whatever. We can work it out. I don't know. Like, because I was raised to say, think all men cheat. But when you have your self-worth and you put your self-worth up there, cheating is a deal breaker. Because the minute somebody can put some type of intimacy, romance in another person, they don't give a crap about you. They're not thinking about you. They're not doing none of that. They are really all emotionally entangled, even if it's lust in this one person that they barely know. So that's it. If they don't put value on you, it's time to walk away. Those are covenant breakers. Even if you're married, because a lot of people, well, we're married, we're going to pray through this, we're going to fast through this. I put their name in a prayer book. Satan's name can be in a prayer book. I'm sure many people probably put the devil in there. Some of them do. Pray for the devil because he after me. You can't, they're not going to be fixed. Like it's not going to happen. They got to want God for themselves. And when they still have you, they really feel like they are God. Like they don't feel like God is mad at them because they're still able to cipher blessings from people. So they feel like I'm blessed. No, you're a thief. Like you're not being blessed.
That's it. That's exactly what it is. You're sitting there dealing with a thief, someone that is around you, and I'm glad that you kind of went over those roles, like my thing is this. We have so many, it's turned into relationships have turned into a competition. It's turned into a competition. And I'm going to tell y'all, everybody tonight, I'm going to tell y'all exactly who's wrong. Okay. The person that went against what God has already put in place. That's who's wrong. And see, we get the going back and forth and because the women all doing this and the men out here, they acting like this. It is okay. All right. I'm gonna put it back in there again. It's we will sit there and that's what this devil wants to do. That's exactly what this devil wants to do. Wants us to see. The thing that I've learned about this devil is that this devil has no interest in being right. It has no real estate in being right. And that's what we think. We think that we're arguing about who's right or wrong. And I'm telling you, you're lying to yourself if that's what you think the argument is about. That devil knows that you're right in the argument. They are fully aware of who is right and who is not. The argument on their side is not about who's right or wrong. It's about who is in control.
Yep.
That is it. Every argument you've ever gotten into with this monster, none of them have been about who was right or wrong. None of them. See, okay, listen, y'all, we have our in-house therapist right here. Think about
and
that.
People think, and they say things like supply, like, well, what's the primary supply? Like, I was this.
Second, I want to ask you, how many times do you think about this? How many people do you counsel that actually want you to tell them who was really right on this situation? Were they right or was I right? Because when a narc goes somewhere, no, they want to become the victim.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't about where are you, is it right or wrong for me to play my position in this house? Isn't it this my position? Do you have any couples coming in there saying, is this my job to do this in the home?
Oh my gosh, it's terrible. Like I don't even know how to. I really say like I really don't want to see couples, but because I mainly do like the psychiatry because it's mainly the medicine, but they gotta have the counseling too, and this is how this play out. You got a codependent, and you have every now and then you might get two narcissists, and then they bring in a codependent, so you might get two people that's married, one codependent, one narcissist. The other one might have a boyfriend that moved into the home with the husband and wife. Yeah, because they somehow convinced them that they got to be a caretaker. I mean, it get crazy. And then they playing games on each other, like, well, I'm pregnant, blah, blah, blah. And you looking at the test results, like this test, you went to this lab, and this lab said you had a baby. And you looking at the results like, good and well, that ain't true. And then they getting all these certificates, but everybody be lying. Like they're liars, they're pathological liars. So when you know what you're dealing with, the ones that do come in and you have just two people, and it ain't three people in a relationship, it's just two you're seeing. But two, the narcissist is never really talking about the bad stuff they did. The codependent, you might see bruises on them, you see all the records, you got to deal with all that stuff. But the narcissist is never talking about it. They're like, oh, everything's great, they're wonderful. Oh yeah, you might want to check on them. Like, I don't think their meds are working. I don't think this is going on because they've been taking me through so much, and I've been trying to be there for my kid. And you hear that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're just looking like, I see the wreck, like you really just beat this person up. But that's what you get with the narcissist. They're never going to come and say, I need help for myself, because when they're still in a relationship. The ones that might have said like, oh, I'm recovering, or I'm getting my treatment, or whatever, it's a couple of them on there that's saying that. They might have hit rock bottom where that person just left. They're never still in a relationship. And then the fact that they're staying in that treatment and still identifying themselves as a narcissist, rather than going and they go to church. So I could say it, going and get the demon out then. Like if you don't want to be a narcissist, there's a healer. Get the demon out, get your brain fixed. Right. But instead of doing that, they stay in that. And then when they stay married because of it, they can be in a long-term therapy thing, because this is keeping the house, the home, the audience, is keeping all of the stuff that's feeding them still feeding that demon, because they didn't say the narcissistic demon got out of me. They'd be like, I just got a demon, and we got demons, blah, blah, blah. So that's where when you're still in it, they're not getting fixed. Therapy is a joke. You're just giving your therapist a headache. It sucks.
Yeah.
Just lying.
And you know what? Most people don't realize that narcs want to be in a relationship, though.
Yeah.
They want to stay in a relationship. Now, they're not going to act right in that relationship. Not for anybody. And see, what is going on with us where we believe you were just in this, you was just in this train wreck. You was just in it, and you believe that they over somewhere else acting right. Why do people believe the narc is somewhere acting right for somebody?
You be in the little land. That's it. That's all. The little land. That's all. That's us. I was in there. I was like, I think he's happy though. Like she seemed nice to the little land.
But you know what? This Cardi B situation is a prime example of two narcissists. She's not innocent and he's not. We know her past, and she was a stripper and robbed people and all of that. And so if y'all want to know what it's like, sit back and watch them. I mean, it's going down.
But I thought that, guys, and I told y'all, I'm the green one. I'm super green, because I knew that Cardi got some ratchet, defecation that she calls music.
Mm-hmm.
I thought as a parent and as a wife, I actually believed. Guys, I know, man. I'm just gullible like this. I actually believe.
Jezebel. You got Jezebel and the devil. Like the men you be dealing with the devil. When we deal with the men, that's the devil.
This is
men deal with Jezebel when they with the woman. Okay.
This is exactly how we get fooled, though, because I really thought, I was like, wow, Cardi B doesn't let her children hear her music. So I thought that, okay, well, she's just using this is her way to make money. Like she's just performing for people, but she's really not that person. You know, that's what I was thinking. Like she's actually a good person. And then every year,
did you see the videos?
She spent $1 million something on this dude for his birthdays and holidays. To me, Cardi was the example of the wife out. I was like, wow. So she's setting the bar pretty high, y'all, because she is doing for this dude and she ain't throwing mess in his face or nothing like that. And she seemed to be, from the outside, I'm on the outside, she seemed like she really was a good wife. And he just was a heathen.
That's because
there's two sides.
She's the covert and he's the overt. But now her overt side has come out because that's all they do is run the social media and air their business out.
Man.
Good for that. They embarrassing each other. And you know what? At the end of the day, they're going to be right back together. Because when a woman is truly tired, she stopped talking. And this girl is still talking and she's speaking from a place of hurt. And so she's airing out their business. They'll be right back together. They just doing this. And for him to say he won because she's his baby mama, he did that because he know that's our insecurity. She was saying she not a baby mama. And so what he do? Call her baby mama. And that's what they do. They touch on the stuff that really bothers you the most. And he know all her insecurities. That's why she's getting all the work done and everything. And it's still not enough.
I honestly, man, like I said, I really, until I heard that little article the other day that she was dealing with the other dude that was in the group or whatever, something like that, I was like, wow. When I saw that part, I was like, oh my goodness, man. I just took look, y'all, let me just say this now. And I'm glad that I grew up in the era when hip hop started. This age group is in here right now. I came around with the originals like KRS-One, Africa Bambaataa. I came up with all those guys. Okay? I like that. Those guys who still are, the same person. Mm-hmm. I didn't come up in the Diddy area. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like that. I like Bad Boy, some of their stuff too. They had some nice music, when Mace was around and Biggie was around. I like their stuff. But, this lifestyle, it's like everybody in the game they live in that alternative lifestyle. And if that's their thing, that's their thing. It is what it is, but again, don't put us in a situation where, where we start to look some type of way because that's not our lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's my only issue right there. You live in your lifestyle, but don't try to make us all look like something wrong with us, because if you even mention something like it's a problem, man, that is the most powerful organization in this country. That is the most powerful organization in this country. You talk crazy about them. I saw someone say something. I've heard a few people right in the DC area that have said negative things, lost their jobs, saying something. And I'm like, whoa, who you work for? Did they that powerful? And
wow.
Yes, indeed. Yes, they are. So, again, my thing is that to me, that's bullying right there. When you because they, you could, well, we ain't talking about that tonight. We deal with that another day.
Yeah.
But, like I was saying, just the level of delusion. We literally drive right into Delulu and we start to hibernate right there when we sit back. I mean, some of us, I ain't gonna say everybody, some of us, I will be the first to say for myself, whoo, I was green. I was green. But once you show me who you are, I trust it. I've learned that is one thing that I think is my gift. Once you show me who you are, I believe you.
Yeah.
We're not going back to what you was acting like before. We're gonna stay right with what you showed me you are, and that's it. Because we have a tendency to just let people right back in and pretend with them. We will pretend with.
I think that might be the wind or something. We're kind of I think in the wind or something might be blowing.
Okay. So I'm saying we get so caught up. We get so caught up in, we get so caught up in this person telling us, or we believing that this person is somewhere they have changed. We believe it, man. We believe they have changed, and they have changed for the better, and that we believe they found their soulmate.
Yeah.
Ain't trying to, but we believe lots of us do. Some of us truly look at it and see how much of a joke that truly is, man. Guys, for anybody in the chat tonight, I'm saying everybody in this chat, if you think for 1 minute, for 1 second, you lose your mind, if you think that person turned into an entirely different person, they're giving this other person everything they never gave you. And well, you know what? That's one of the reasons why we believe that. Because they stole your secret. They took all of those times y'all were pillow talking and they run back over oh yeah, you know what, baby? We should start a business. We should start a walking dog business. We wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Because that's the idea. Then you see them over there doing what you said they should do. What you said we should do, right?
Yep.
And then we believe, oh, wow, that was my idea. Daggone well, that was your idea. And they took it, ran with somebody else so that they would look like the hero. The business ain't going to work.
No.
Do you hear me? Ain't going to work. The relationship ain't going to work. And the only reason that the new volunteer is still volunteering is because they still believe the lie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have to take our wishes and hopes and dreams over to the next person because they have to keep them chasing the fantasy. What we don't understand is once they go over to that side, that it's damn near dead because they did all the love bombing that they could do. Now they have to sell them a future to keep them chasing and to keep them in that situation. And these people, we keep telling y'all, do not change. I don't know why people, I can understand the people who fresh out, but anytime a person cannot resolve an issue or tell you that they can't do this anymore and do it the noble and right way, that person is not going somewhere to do better because they're showing you how they handle conflict.
Again, rewind that one more time, please.
When a person don't do something in a noble way and say, hey, I can't do this anymore and file for that divorce or whatever, or walk away from the situation, they not going over nowhere to change because they showing how they resolve conflict by showing you that they don't. They just walk away from it. They run. They run from accountability. They run from that conversation and then give it time thinking they can come back over to you. Just give it time, y'all. They gonna think they could come back that part of the relationship is gonna be erased, and y'all gonna start right back before the time they got caught. That's where they coming back to start over, not to have that conversation, not to prove to you that they changed, just to start off right before the time when they got caught and left.
And their foundation is faulty. It's not like they went over there with honesty. No, from the day they met them, it's been a lie. So they in a whole marriage. Okay, some of them are in a whole relationship, living with somebody and everything, telling this person something different. The foundation is faulty. So how can a house stand on a faulty foundation? It can't. The only reason why that new supply, it's multiple reasons. One, they're deluded, demonized, a lot of things, ditzy. But the main one of the main things they got going on is that they're looking at you, the narcissist. It was different from when they came to you. Like some of us, they put on a different type of performance, and they knew like this person might not want to hear about the ex, so I'm gonna come at them about God, or come at them about this business, or come at them about something that inspires. But once that sour primary supply thing split, like the one that they know that this is the one that God stepped in,
Come on.
that one, when they going over there, everything about their relationship is about how horrible you are. So they going over there, the new supply gotta hang in because she can't be you. The you that he developed in his delusional mind, she don't even know she dealing with a patient.
Come on.
Ain't medicated. Like, they dealing with that right now. They ain't gonna know the catatonic stairs in the floor when they just looking at the floor and ain't nothing there, no furniture, no nothing. You just staring at a bare floor. Yeah.
I told y'all we jumping this narc tonight. I told y'all.
It's all about you. You are terrible. Like my ex did this, and a female is saying too, like, oh, he used to beat me. You so protective. You so this. I liked it so much that you will have a place for me to stay. They couch surfing. That's what they call it, the narcs. I hear it in the family narcosphere. They couch surf, and so the only thing they want, that new supply, is gonna give all their money, gonna give all their time, because they feel like, all right, if she this or if he is that, then at least they have money. So I gotta spend more because I don't want them to leave, or I gotta be around them more because they just need me all around to do stuff. The narc, the main one with the sly fox, the whole time, he up there laughing at them like they don't look. Now he up there with the other supplies, the tertiaries, all of them. He up there sleeping with everybody every night because this one don't want to say nothing about him not coming home for a week, because they knew when he didn't come home for a day, he got kicked out the house. So that's how that works when you still see them together in pictures. They don't like each other, not happy. If the new supply have, she might be a little ditzy. I don't know. We're like that too before, but she's not happy. She might not be cheating, but if it's two narcs, they cheating on each other, fighting every day.
Come on. Listen, that's another thing everybody has to start to understand. The narc didn't just meet this great person. They run into other narcs most of the time. Most of the time. They run into somebody that helped play the game. When you see that the person they ran to was helping the narc play the game, that's when you know the narc ran right into another narc. And usually it don't turn out good for the narc at all.
No. With low standards. Who mess with a married person? Like even a lot of people on here, when if the narc would have been like they married, oh no, deal breaker. You in a relationship? Oh no, deal breaker. You with somebody. It don't matter if y'all having problems in your relationship or your marriage, you with somebody. You shouldn't even be having a conversation like this. Those are standards and integrity. Whoever they ran off to that knew about you, they don't have that. So that narc, they really, it's not even how it was with you when they did the idealization stuff. They went straight in there like, man, now I got to deal with the trash, and I got to make this trash look like something so they can make me look good so I can hurt them. That's a terrible relationship. You only there to make somebody hurt, and you don't even know. That's terrible.
Hey, Keith, I remember two different clients I had sessions with. I could not believe this one client. I just could not believe. I was like, man, why are you calling me for that though? Because she was calling me to try to ask me how to get back with the narc she was dealing with. And she was married.
Mhm.
I was like, you sure you want me to tell you what I'm really going about to tell you? You sure? Let's I want to hear a confirmation before, because right now I can just go ahead and refund you this money because you ain't gonna like what I gotta say.
Exactly.
And she really wanted to. I'm like, you don't want to save your marriage? How do you think you're going to go to another relationship while you're married with someone you met while you were married, someone who you are intimate with while you're married to someone? See, I think that when we get older, when we know, a lot of us haven't seen what narcs go through. A lot of people haven't seen it, so that's why you don't know. When you get to that place where you get to see what they actually go through, and you're
Mhm.
guessing about how their life comes out and what it turns to anymore, when you're not guessing anymore and you know what happens to them, when you get to that place right there, you think a lot differently when it comes to how you're going to conduct yourself in a marriage. You like, whoa, whoa. Because see, we already respect marriage anyway. Okay. But just in case you lose your footing, okay,
Mhm.
just in case you lose your footing, we have something out there called karma. Come tapping you on the shoulder,
Oh
like
yeah.
you forgot you was married. Oh, you forgot. Okay, I'm here. Tap you on your shoulder and hook you up with everything you did to your spouse, and I'm gonna give it back to you tenfold. How about that? So we
Yeah.
don't have to do that again. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't even play around with the narcissists that I run into and I find out that they married. I usually be wanting to expose them, but I can't play the game with them because I don't want that karma. I have to walk away from that situation because to play the game, you still got to mess around with a married man or with somebody, in a relationship. And who's to say you pass this information on to the wife that she's going to respect you and appreciate you for what you did? So I don't mess around. I swear I hate karma. I don't want to deal with it. I dealt with it. And I believe, I'm going to say this. We don't, we do good things and bad things still happen to us. And that's just the way the universe is.
That's
And
right.
it's going to happen. But I think it all depends on what you do, is what you get served up with. And I tell people say karma, don't forget an address. But a lot of people move, but they work with the post office. So they're going to forward that karma to your ass.
Man, people knew what karma was. This how it worked. Okay, so you got some people God probably taken through a process. That's some people that they didn't have a discernment or whatever. They got with a narc. Now their discernment is really on point. They found out their weaknesses, healed some wounds. That's a set of people. Some people, they might be reaping what they sow. I mean, you might have some generational curses going on. Something might happen, but you might have sowed some seeds in, the devil's yard, and he coming to collect them flowers. So you might meet a narc that way. But everything is about the law of reaping and sowing. Now we got a whole thing happening now, this trend with the karma. And I'm gonna send you some stuff, Hario, because though if people really knew what karma was, now this whole karma, Kali, Kamala thing, that's a whole link. And guess what it means? The destroyer of worlds. That is a whole Hindu entity, blue thing, chop the man head off, stepping on something else, destroy your worlds. And that is what is happening now in America. So the narc stuff, this is not all just by coincidence. This
Mm.
is strategic because a lot of good people have been distracted. And while they doing this, they didn't put a law in place September 22nd that pretty much gave us the United Nations. Like all of this stuff is happening where they trying to usher in Kamala, aka Kali, aka Karma, all that stuff up in there. People need to look that stuff up. And if that happens,
That's right.
destroyer of worlds.
Listen, This
Like if they just look up Kali, like if they really, and it's a song, Kali Kali Kamali, like it's actually a song like that in Spanish or in whatever language, but it's things that we gotta, this gaslighting that the country want to do. They have a different agenda that's going to affect everybody, and a lot of sharp minds in the past couple years have been distracted by these narcs that they know should be locked up,
come on.
but they let them still run free. They should be either in the psych place locked up in the state psych, or they should be in jail, some of them. But they let them free because they know that these people are going to target good people and keep them distracted while they up there changing laws and times. That's why they get away with some stuff. A lot of the cases, they get slaps on the wrist, then did DV, then did all this stuff where they should be in jail for a long time, but they just get a slap on the wrist. Probation, get a restraining order.
They don't care about mental health in this country, because anything that makes money, they don't care to get to the root of the problem.
There you
They
go.
don't want to build institutions to help people. I was in the library with a man today. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing in here? He's sitting at the computer looking at the paper. Oh, just crazy. I'm like, this dude needs to be in a mental institution somewhere. But I'm serious. But you know what? That's not funny, but they too busy executing innocent men because they can't take accountability for their mistakes. And that's just sad, because that man had to lose his life.
I saw that.
Even the prosecutors like, no. But when you have narcissists in power, it's about that money. These prisons get paid when people are locked up, when they are executed for the drugs that they put in these people's bodies and stuff. And that's all. It's about money, and it's sad that I couldn't take it.
You know what? The crazy part about all of this is that this wicked devil has tried to disguise himself like God.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
But what I mean by that is you call it a policy, you call it government, we call it that. So it's an entity that makes the rules that you can't challenge as an individual.
Yeah.
And you really have an issue. You're going to have a lot of turbulence trying to challenge it as a group, because you have to challenge it on its time and through its process. And you will never get to the core of who, because there are so many delusions leading you in the wrong direction, and no one has ever been able to challenge it directly. And that's the way it's set up, so that you cannot challenge it. But at the same time, this is how wicked this devil is. And I'm saying that's exactly what it is when you're dealing with a narcissist. You're trying to challenge something that you cannot challenge, but yet you are a part of the group, that so-called group that makes the decisions that you're trying to challenge.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we convinced that, oh, no, I'm a citizen here and I have a say-so. I have a vote. You a citizen, you just somebody paying part of this bill. That's it. That's all we are. Yeah. And we are not empowered. We are not, this lie we being sold, it is a total fraud.
Yeah.
They've already got this government established the way this thing is going to work, and now it's just executing, and that's it.
And it's sad when a judge can make a decision, or a judge can just be on your case, but you got to ask him to remove himself or herself, and they have the power to say no. And then it pisses them off even more, because now you try to remove them from your case. So now they're really not going to be fair. And it's just,
Mhm.
I don't know why it's set up like that. It's set up for the people to lose. The justice system is not fair. And I hate seeing that, that statue with the balanced scales. Throw that shit away. That's not real. That's not in America.
And that's what I'm saying. It's all a farce. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is when you're dealing with a narcissist. That's exactly
Yeah.
what it is. That it's an illusion of equality. It's an illusion of, this is the rest of my life. This is
Yeah.
the love of my life. I'm going to get to, be free to have a loving household, family. I'm going to get to live my dreams. And you're not going to get to live your dreams.
Yeah.
You're going to have this fantasy. You're going to have some financial gains, some, just enough to get you to buy into the lie.
Yeah.
The lie listen, the lie is what's so necessary to keep us pulled in. The lie. And all these people know that's all they are here to do, to convince, to let everybody listen. Just stick with the lie. Listen, okay, I know we married, but I got to get myself together. I just, we always arguing. It's always back and forth. And this is going to be coming to you from the person who's starting the arguments.
Mm-hmm.
They telling you the same thing you thinking in your head every single day, all day long. Like, man, all we do is argue and fight, and you keep thinking it's about what they're saying it's about. Guys, it ain't, man. It ain't. Everything y'all arguing about, you arguing for two reasons. Okay? You're arguing so that the narc can show you who is in control.
Yep.
Okay? And you're arguing so that there is enough distance in your home to keep you in check, so that they don't have to show any soft side to you, any compassion to you. They want everything. And man, they so dirty. They so dirty that once you start to agree, hey man, you go on and go, just get on. Please take your trifling self on to that person. At the moment you develop that attitude, now all of a sudden we need counseling.
Yeah.
We need to talk. We need to get this relationship back together. Because see, then they don't have the energy anymore. The energy is no longer there that they had before, when you wanted this relationship and you wanted them to be with you and for them to act right and for them to get it together. And now, when you develop the I don't care anymore, now all of a sudden, what they had over there with that person, it's not hurting you anymore.
No.
Right.
And they don't have any want for that anymore.
No.
They only wanted it because it was hurting you.
Yeah.
And how is something like that ever going to be prosperous, ladies and gentlemen? They're only in it because they really think this is killing you.
Yeah.
Me being with this person over here is killing you.
Even if they in church, you gotta put that in there, because that's some stuff.
And that's why they say
you can be married to them, and you can be married to them. They're still going to do the same. Usually they're going to do it that way when you're married to them. That's how it's going to go. They're just going to run off with somebody, and then try to marry the other person to make you think again, to make you think something wrong with you.
And God ain't in it. So a lot of people that get deceived by the religious one, God is a covenant God. Like, he don't play. But, they think that because he's so merciful and loving and, they're not, out of here, out of this world, that they think that they're really, like, God is giving his approval. That's why he said, don't be deceived. But in this hour, he said, many are deceived, like they're led astray, and then they will be leading astray. He prepared us for the narc hour. Like we're in the narc hour, narc trib.
Yes.
And they are deceiving the most. And they in these little marriages be like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th wife. And they think God be cool. Like, no, like they really willing to like sell their soul for that image. That's some stuff, and that's because they came out with the reality shows, the first pastor, whatever the show was called, Atlanta Pastors. When they come
That
out
was
with
my show.
and that has got many people in these narc trib relationship stuff because they think that this lifestyle is something that's like approved, like, oh, they can be like this and we can still like that. No, it's not even.
Man,
It's way out.
have y'all noticed that every reality TV show is about the exact same thing?
Yeah.
All of those, what is it, basketball wives, doctors, wives, whatever's wives, whatever. The only requirement was being a wife, and half of them wasn't even married.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's total debauchery. It's a bunch of backstabbing in the name of Louis and Gucci, Louis Vuitton. Is you a bunch of hot mess and doctoring it up like it's a designer hot mess. But yeah, we ghetto, we this, we trashy, but we live in this. Look at this house we got though. Look what we drive.
And materialize it. You know, be authentic. Like if you authentic, that's how you are. Like he ain't gonna, like you authentic. That's you. Like it's hood. You know, like some people just that's in them. Like that's how it is. And God love them. They got a purpose for being that way. Like I'm straight, no change. So I'm gonna give it to you straight. But that's what that is. That's on that TV show. That stuff they might as well be Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
That's what they are though.
Right.
What's the difference? What's the difference?
Yeah.
Really, what's the difference between any of those shows and that mess between Cardi B and
they blur the lines, and that's what they want to do.
Or the rest of them, Gorilla, Dirty Red, the other man. I don't know how women are. Well, I ain't gonna say because women, you know, it's like, hey, we not sanctioning it, but you know, at the same, they don't represent us. I'm assuming women are saying they don't represent me. Because if you letting that represent, good God, don't ask for no respect. Good gracious.
And you know what? And that's why I'm trying to take this off of, you know, YouTube and take it out there into the world. And so I forgot to send the lady the link so she can watch me tonight, but she's putting something together about mental health and stuff. And she possibly wants me to speak. I think the NAACP have something to do with it as well. And it's aiming towards the minority community. I spoke.
If your phone go out one more time, right in the good part. Good place, China. What you doing?
And see, Hopeless and Victoria. Hey, she right on it too.
Oh, okay, she's right.
I'm sorry, guys. I want to kind of get this out there because this is a big problem. And not everybody watches YouTube because even though the lady, she heard about me, she had to look up narcissism. And you know, and so so I just think that it needs to get out there. I'm so dedicated to this that, you know, I just want to get it out there. I want to focus on people healing and stuff like that. But definitely, anybody I come across, Uber driver, DoorDash, anybody, hey, hurry over the top, you know, I'm sending them, you know, to your channel. I don't care. If I'm just walking down the street, hey, my mentor, watch him. He's good. I'm telling you, I mean, you just don't understand because, I mean, the way you come at it is way better and different than everybody else. And I would rather them watch you than anybody else.
Hey man, I appreciate it. I sure do, Johnny. You know, y'all know how I feel about y'all. My goodness,
Yeah.
we feel the same, right? But you know, it's like we're in this world. We see what's going on.
Yep.
People see what's going on and don't understand. We have this illusion, an illusion around us that has us thinking wow, you know, I really can just meet somebody, right?
Mhm.
Really can just meet somebody and and that's it. And then we just live happily ever after. And
Like that. I was into Lulu Man. I was do. That was me. I was like, oh, awesome. Like,
start in the land of
say.
the Lulu, and that's when
Yeah.
let me get to these super chats real quick. From hopeless to victorious. Mwah, thanks for the super chat. She said they're, they're not surrendering to Christ equals no change.
Real facts.
And that's what we were talking about earlier. That if this person has done nothing different, and they have not, they are already in a relationship. Guys, listen, y'all. Listen, this is how blind, and it ain't just me, it's most of us. We're so blind that we truly, the narc met this new person the day after they told us it was over with us.
Nah.
We truly believe that. Now, they're instantly either living with somebody else or in a very serious relationship with somebody else the day y'all broke up.
Yeah, married. They were getting married the day. They go right to the next courthouse and get married.
I don't give a damn. Just leave me alone.
Hey, China, do you know that's the magic question right there? That's what everybody wants to know. When people really get out and want to be out, that's the thing they want to know. Like, how do I get this fool to leave me alone? I had a session like that the other night. You know, wonderful woman. She was like, so can you tell me a little bit about, you know, how do you get them to just leave you alone when you don't want to be bothered anymore? And I felt so bad. I was like, you obviously didn't. I tell y'all on the show, the only thing that I cannot advise you on, I don't know. Because the more you don't want to be bothered with them, the more they want you back.
Yep.
The more they want you back. I know y'all might not think it because you might not see it. Oh, they want you back.
Oh yeah.
When a narc sees something that they had control over, and you think that they don't want to try to at least show they still have control.
Mm-hmm.
NP 2024, thanks for the super chat, NP. NP said their change is to do the same thing over and over. Your ideas are for you and won't work for another.
No.
Their idea of change is to do the same thing over and over. Good God Almighty. That is let me put that in my notes. That
Mm-hmm.
is exactly what a narc is going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relationships started the same way, and all of them end the same way.
Yep. They go into different relationships looking for a different outcome. That's why they change
Yeah.
victims. They like maybe the outcome in this situation gonna be different from that one because they're not realizing they're the common denominator. They just think everybody's damaged and has trauma but them. And that's why
Exactly.
they won't take
Yeah.
accountability for their failures. You
Come on.
can't tell them their failures, even when they're dirty bums. They still think that they're better than you.
Yes,
There's
they
no way in hell you gonna convince them that you above them or even equal to, because they always want to feel superior to you. So it's never gonna change. They just change victims, and they're not gonna run to God because it's too much work. It's too much required, and
come
some
on.
of us are even guilty of not going to church because we're not ready to give up certain parts of our life. And that's why most people like,
The weather. See, when they go to God, and this is how a narcissist brain is. Like I'm gonna show you the picture of it here, but when they go to church and they go to God or do like their conversion to God, they don't truly repent because the truth has to come out. Like to repent, you gotta be like, I did this, like I went to that store and took that candy bar, or however, I cheated, I did this stuff. They believe the lie that they have told everybody, like as soon as it comes out their mouth, that then they believe that it's delusional. So they don't even when they repent, they're repenting that they chose a bad wife or a bad husband. They're not repenting because they were the ones that were abusive. They don't think that ever happened. Like in their mind, it didn't happen like that. So they're not repenting, but what they're getting is those accolades. Like they're gonna go to church because they know socially church is acceptable. I'm supposed to do that. I see people do that. That's good. I'm going to do that. And then when I do that, there's a lot of needy, vulnerable people there that want instant marriages. So I can have like all these relationships. And then if I sleep with everybody, they got to forgive me by the next day, or else they're in judgment. So I can get repentance, like unlimited forgiveness. I can sleep with everybody. It's their fault because I was seduced. Poor me. You know, all of that goes on in their brain because they're demonized. I'm gonna show you this brain because I really want to help people. Like I really want you guys to see why it's not you, but and we do have to heal so our brain can change because in trauma your brain does changes as well. But the narcissist, you see these brains right here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna point something out.
What are we looking at?
This is the narcissistic brain over here. Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep this
What are
paper.
those bright
I don't
red?
put it on cardboard. Okay. So we got two brains. You got this is a brain scan, a brain image. You're looking at the chemical activity, transmitter activity. Our brain got transmitters that fire. So this is activity in the brain. The narcissist brain over here, where you got these dark areas. First of all, it's a lot of dark. So you can tell it's a whole dark demon in that brain.
Some
So
station
here,
there.
you're supposed to have emotions. This is your emotional memory. Emotional memory. They don't have the transmitters to even be able to have empathy. There's no love, no compassion. This is all this front stuff here in what they call neurotypical. This is logical thinking. The
Yeah.
narcissists can't think logical. They make illogical decisions because they don't have the chemistry to think like that. Now, see all this red back here in the back of the brain? I'm trying to point in right here. See all of this? This is the narcissist
Oh, so
brain.
that's the back.
This,
Okay.
yeah, this is the back of the brain. This is the front of the brain. So the back of the brain, this is their sex drive. Sex drive, food, money, like all your basic instincts, that is over compared to this brain. That is like
That's the part
overproduction.
of your brain is lit up.
Yes. So the narcissist is only in survival mode at all times, thinking about their basic lust needs, sex, money, adoration, whatever is dopamine. This is dopamine. It can even be addiction. But up here, see these dark areas where there is circles on there. Those dark areas mean that they don't have the ability to have empathy. They cannot love. They literally don't have the wiring. If you was to give them a IV full of love and you just put that love in there, oxytocin chemicals, put it in their brain, if they gonna poop it out. It's just gonna poop it out because they don't have nothing to catch the love chemicals. You gotta have receptors there to catch the chemicals for it to work in your brain. Only God can fix that. Because I literally showed this to a patient. They was like, well, I feel like that's what I'm here for. Because I can love them back to that. I said, you're not God. Like you gotta be able to create a brain and put some receptors in there. That stuff is gone. They checked out. So whenever they checked out in childhood and they decided, I like to manipulate, I like to see people get hurt, I like to lie and get my siblings in trouble, get my classmates in trouble, I like it when they get punished, this is funny to me. When they decided to be that wicked and grew up, that stuff that they never used, like they didn't use that love chemistry, so it went away. It's like atrophy. If you don't exercise, your muscles, they just go away. Like you start to, it dwindles.
Right.
They didn't exercise the chemistry in their brain. Like they didn't feel love. They didn't have love. So those receptors didn't work and they just went away. Only God can make a new brain unless they do a brain transplant. And I won't trust it. You
Man,
might get AI in there.
that would be the best thing that you could
That
do.
GPT gonna be the narc. Okay.
I see someone, this young lady named Liberty said, why do they get off on your downfall?
Cause I just showed you why. That's dark in their brain. They don't have the receptors to care about good things like that. But they do have the receptors to care about the bad things. Bad things is exciting. That's adrenaline. That's like epinephrine or whatever, norepinephrine and stuff. That's all your adrenaline chemicals in there, and the dopamine and the sex and pleasure. They can care about that, and they got off on that when they were younger. So they had whatever happened to them generationally or in childhood messed them up so bad that they chose to be evil. The siblings that are narcs that I have, they was always terrible. They was mean. They kept getting us in trouble. They would lie. You know, like they were always like, if we wanted to go on a trip, they would fight so we couldn't. You know, they were mean from the start. These are the people we were sleeping next to, that we were married to, that we have, some of us got children with. They mean evil. Like, God love everybody. Yes, he does. He 100% does. But they have rejected him. So he like, backed up. And he wondering why you still in it. You got to back up. He said, from these, run. We need to run for safety because they coming with destruction. The 3 D's, disease, decease, destruction. That's it.
Hey, again, at the end, ladies and gentlemen, we just, when I hear that statement that we attracted this into our life, it pisses me off at this point. It actually pisses me off because I never knew that it was something in this world that was that trifling.
Yeah.
I never knew that there were people that were that cruddy, that were that devious. When you get into an entanglement with a narc, they do things that you never knew were even humanly possible. I thought that everyone was born with a character, everyone had pride. I thought that everyone has that self-esteem. I thought that everybody has that drive in us that makes us want to do right and makes us want to be successful. And no, we don't. No, we don't. And they do not. And they do not care. That's the craziest part to me, is how much they really don't care.
They don't have the brain chemistry to care. It's not there.
They really do not. And like I said, a part of what hurts us is we truly believe that we did something wrong. Or even if you don't think it was something you did wrong, you will believe that the narc went through something while they were with you that made them act that way. But now they've met this other person. And guys, for everybody in here to think the narc just met this other person because they showed, no, you can see our thread. It just started. No, they erased the other threads. Okay. They erased them. The thread starts all over as soon as you just swipe to the left and push delete. Now,
they clear their phone out.
Hmm?
They will clear their phone out. They'll clear their phone and their email out.
They will clear their phone out. They will make those messages back. Listen, they will take a burner phone and send themselves messages from that person's name. You don't understand the levels these people go to deceive you. We just are, and most of the reason is because we're not on that mental level. We don't think like that. Our mind doesn't deviate in that way. So we're thinking, wow, like who would do that? Who would go through that much just to cheat? I mean, that's stupid. When you could just do it, just not be in a relationship and just go ahead. But no, they can't survive like that. They can't survive and just go ahead out there on their own. They can't. They cannot. They cannot just, I'm going to go out here, you know what? I just want to be on my own and I just want to do me. No, they have to have a full lineup of people. And you better believe. That's the other part. Guys, y'all think that when y'all broke up, they broke up with you because they were so enamored with this new person. When I keep saying new person, this new person is not new. One thing I can guarantee you, this other person that they're running to, that person been around for a long time.
Yep.
It ain't been no just 2 weeks. I know them 2 weeks and I'm ready to go. No, not by a long shot. And they would never do something like that. One thing about a narc, they're going to make sure that person can handle a lot of pain the same way they did with you. Before you and the narc got real tight, they made sure you could handle a lot of pain. Now, how do they know you can handle a lot of pain? Because you have a lot of compassion.
Yep.
You feel sorry for them. Okay, I got you, China.
And they play games like they do things like, and in hindsight you can see it, but before when I was getting these tests, I didn't know, but they would like go on like, oh, I'm going to go stay with my mom. This is too much. It's too much. Or, they'll try to do that to go mess with, I guess, whoever they was messing with before. Or mine would do like weird things, like take me in the, like, get out the car, like, let's go for a walk, and then get lost in like some woods and make a tree smack me. And it was just crazy stuff. Yeah. But it's like, it's little things to see how much are you willing to tolerate, like knowing I don't really like insects at all. So we in an impromptu walking in some strange woods with all these bugs with no bug spray because it's impromptu. And then I'm getting smacked with tree branches while pregnant. It's like all of this crazy stuff, but he was getting pleasure out of the torture, but I didn't realize that's what's happening. That's what the new supply is getting. Like they're getting these little, first of all, they were still in a whole relationship or marriage. Like that in itself should let you know that they don't give a crap about that person. No. Because how you coming home still to somebody and you still telling this person you single, you love them, you all of this, trying to make that lateral transition. Like they don't want to have that lag time. So they need to make sure this person is ready to go, marriage certificate ready, because I need housing, I'm gonna need your car, I'm gonna need your finances, because I gotta make a lateral transition and I don't really like to work much. That's how a narc think. But they don't have the capacity to care, and they don't feel like it's cheating because like my mom, like if my mom did something, it wasn't because like it was for like, all right, if I need a job, okay, I'm gonna mess with this manager, you about to have this job. It's like they do stuff so transactional that they don't even know why the husband would be upset because did you say she needed a job or not? Well, I had to do what I had to do. She got the job. It's like that's how they would do. But all the while, they like the way that person like gave them 2 smiles. That was some accolade. They said, "Oh, you look young. Y'all look like sisters." That's accolade. So they gonna sleep with whoever give them a compliment. We was just the ones that said yes. He had many people that he lined up with proposals. I was just dumb enough to say yes in 2 months. That's how how we got locked down. We were the ones that said, yes, you can spend a night. Yes, you can bring your things here. And he had many. He asked them the same question. Can I spend a night? Can I spend a night? Group text, but just separated them. Okay, everybody got the same copy and paste text. You were the one that said yes. Other people blocked. Other people like, who is this? Who this? Like,
Other people like,
Right.
whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. But you know what? You were absolutely right. That's exactly how it works with them. They're
Yeah.
they're in frantic mode. When you meet them, most of the time they're in frantic mode and they're running and they're just like a used car salesman. They talking fast
mm-hmm.
because if you slow it down too much, then you're gonna start catching on to what's going on. They no hold. I need
Oh
you.
yeah.
What you doing, baby? And they running the game fast. And when somebody's pushing you and pulling on you and tugging you in different directions real fast,
Yeah.
and you don't catch it, yeah, welcome to the world of narcissism.
Yeah. And
Right into Delulu. It's a place, it's a real place. It's a real place. MP 2020 said, Keisha, don't the narc have you feeling some way? I major in psychology, and these fools still got passion.
No,
Yes.
it don't. Because like really when you address you and you first you gotta heal. You gotta heal and then you gotta really look at the thing for what it was. How did you end up in that situation? And you ended up in that situation because the narc seen a wound that you didn't know you had. And so that wound, he sniffed it out. They like a fox, like a little wolf fox. And he sniffed it out. And then he knew, like, oh, this person talk about their family a lot. Like, oh, their family don't like me. That mean that's that abandonment. I got her. I can do this. Okay, we can talk about the God thing. I can do some more research, know what phrases to say. Do that. I'm gonna put a ring on it because I know she ain't going for that. Do that. I'm gonna say big whole past so they can know, like, oh, I used to have this money with my fake potential because I'm a brag about. I used to live in this house. I used to live in that house before this ex-wife took it or before somebody took, somebody took them up top, whatever. They the ones that did it, but they always got this past life to demonstrate a false capability. And so when you still have a lot of pressure because you're dealing with the enemy, he created cyclone of stuff. So it's like the job might be tripping. You might have narcs at work putting pressure on you. Like you might have family putting pressure on you. You might have exes putting pressure on you because you had a trail of narcs. And so now the cyclone, that storm is so spinning so much.
Yeah.
That's when the narc come in right in the eye of the storm. And the narc comes with, I can help you. I'm about to do this for you. And they Johnny on the spot. They gonna call all the time. They gonna give you all the attention. They gonna let you tell all your problems because they're gonna use that against you. So they gotta get that intel. And then you get deceived. Like deceived, everybody capable of being deceived. You're never too smart to be deceived. You can deal with a liar. A liar, you just like you lying. A lot of people in psychology, a lot of us, we can, liar, we could, you lying about that. You did not just go to the Bahamas 2 days ago and came back for this appointment. You can say that. But a deceiver, they gonna study you, they gonna find out every little thing, and they gonna know what right way to twist the truth. So they're gonna give a half truth or a twisted truth. So it's gonna be believable, and then you're gonna buy into the lie and be deceived. Once you in deceived, you're in the Lulu land. Like the dentist that ran over her ex-husband, or when he was with the mistress, she ran him over. She was a dentist, professional woman, had his daughter in the car, so had a good rapport with the daughter. She snapped because she was in the Lulu land. She believed the half truth, like he did marry her. We're gonna have this wonderful family, we're gonna have this wonderful life. That's something she always wanted because he studied her. And then once that truth didn't happen, she in the land, once the Lululand becomes, you get out of the fog. Like if you get out of there and you in Kansas, you sitting here like, this is my reality. Whoa, wait a minute. You might snap. And so that's the
But
whole thing. that delude, getting caught up in that deception, getting that buy-in.
What was you about to say, Shannon? You froze again. Boy, we is going through it with China's internet tonight, boy.
This daggone Helene Storm.
Helena, Helena got everybody all set.
Oh my gosh, that's what it is.
Man, Kim G. Thanks for that super chat, Kim G. Kim G said, like I've said before, we are the parent the narcissist never had, and the new victim is the parent they're used to. Whoa!
Mhm.
Whoa, that was you dropped it on that one, Kim. That's why we get it so bad, because the environment we provided for them is so foreign to them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, Kim, that is really a good description, a very accurate description of what we go through. And because we're dealing with a foreign object. We're dealing with a foreign object, and all we know how to do is place our best foot forward. They know that we're going to place that best foot forward, and they have a very destructive plan set in place already for us, just because of that. So while we're sitting there trying to think, and while we're sitting there fantasizing about these trips we gonna go on, and we're gonna hold hands, and everything's gonna be so lovely, and everything gonna be so wonderful, they're sitting there saying, yeah, I know you want to go on this trip and have a beautiful time, but you ain't never gonna have it. Not with me, you not. And they plan on not letting you have it with anybody. Yeah. Because we always think like, okay, they done went on and did their thing. Now I'm about to go out here and live my life. No, they don't want you to do that. They will always feel like they have claim over you.
Yeah.
Always. Boy, oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen.
One of the fiancés, like they came over, like that you have children with. So, you know, as the children get older, I'm like, oh, we're about to go on this cruise, blah, blah, blah. They remain in competition. Like that, their father like never has anything good to say. It's like, oh, you're big head, or oh, well, you know, the daughter get the smarts for me, blah, blah, blah. Like, come on, like it's always some put down still to this day. So this is proof that they never change. It's like, I don't even know how many years later, like I don't know, probably 10 years later, they never change. Whoever they living with, they're like, well, I'm going to go on the cruise too with y'all, you know, like all of this stuff. And it's, how would you want to try to invite you in a whole situationship, and yet they always still trying to like throw some type of, let me get a foot in, let me get in your bed or something. They never stop being grimy for anybody. That person thinking they all faithful, and you would never know if you were like the standard, the reset for them, or the standard of who they gonna put every female or every male they gonna compare them to. You would never really meet too many of the supplies unless they have to be very, very vindictive and trying to hurt you. You would never even know what they look like. But what they always try to do is come and be with as many people as possible. They like being a whore, like they really do. It's really a whoredom thing that goes on. They have an addiction to it. They cannot help it. And that brain showing that picture, they cannot have that emotional connection with anybody. Not even themselves, not their parents. They don't like them either. They don't like nobody. They don't like the animals. They don't like anyone. They live in that negativity mindset. Anytime you're around them, they complaining about something. If you just sit and if you really remember, they were always complaining. You go to the restaurant, look at that waitress, look at them, everything too slow. I mean, you were just pretty much being a dumpster for their venomous vomit that always came out their mouth.
That's it.
I
That's it.
think my most severe injury to the narc is when I said, "Can you just shut up?" It's like, just stop.
Yeah, because at that point you're telling him, I've heard enough.
The
Okay.
expression on his face. He
At
was
that
probably told the child that, like, he was like, "No,
and when you're telling them something like that, they can't take that. They can't
they
take that.
can't take it."
Whoa, 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 whoa. Because again, they're better. They feel that they're truly better than us.
Yes.
They
And
feel while we're in an entanglement with a narc. Honestly, guys, the whole time they're with us, they're looking at us like, man, you should be worshiping the ground I walk on.
yeah,
You know that I'm better than you.
yes.
Okay, we both know that I'm better than you. So, you need to recognize and you need to bow down and you need to accept everything that I do to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you deserve anything that you feel bad about. You deserve that. When I do that to you, you deserve it. And they feel like I'm better than you, and I deserve to be able to look down on you. I deserve to be able to look down on you because I'm better than you. I lowered my standards to be with you. And guys, that's exactly what you did to be with them.
There we go.
You lowered yourself. You put yourself down to be with, and it's not a person in this chat that did not put themselves down. You put yourself down to be in a relationship with a narc. You
Yeah,
put yourself down.
a quote from Jim Carrey, like Jim Carrey literally said, you won't become bitter or become upset if you were like in something you loved and then it failed. But if you compromised yourself and it failed, that's what caused embitterment. Like, you become upset because, yes, you lowered yourself and then you bought into the lie. Not only did you buy into the lie, you created a whole new lie. Like, we're gonna revamp this thing because now I'm in it. So now I'm about to wear these clothes, say this, I'm taking you to this function. Don't do that. Do this. Know this person. Do that. You actually made the show happen. They was having a lot going on. You made the show happen.
There you
You
go.
put the pictures up there. You let them meet kind people. All the people like you had, that your friendships that you had for a while, you was introducing them. Y'all were doing like kind, loving things. They really felt like this person was a normal person, and because you made them feel
Yep.
like that, and you told the people they were normal, and then the narc actually started thinking to themselves, "Hey, maybe I am normal," and then that became a new truth. Like, you just, we did this. And so when we get that punch in the gut, like they a grimy, slutty whore, doing all of this stuff for the streets, because that's what they for,
Come
and
on.
we see them on the
Oh,
street, you want to be mad. Like, why you sitting up there with crackhead Sally? You supposed to be at home. Like, y'all together now, and then you try to lower yourself and compete with crackhead Sally. You ain't gonna be able to do some of the things that they do because they got you in a different category. Y'all roles are different.
right.
You're gonna be able to steal drugs, do this stuff, laugh at them, get them out of court, do all of that. That stuff you ain't gonna have time to do. You the money person, you the standard, you the image, so that all of these other bottom feeders can make that person desirable. Because if they put you on a picture, every grimy person that's in their harem garage is competing down with you because they polished, but he's still texting me, so I must look good. I had a friend that did that. She went after men who were with beautiful women
Mhm.
because she felt like if that person looked exotic and they want me,
There you go.
I must be something.
I must be something.
Keep coming over here to my bed.
Most women don't even understand that that's the reason why a Jezebel will go after your man.
Yes.
Looking at you, they look at you with envy, and same thing with men. They looking at the other person like, if this person would do to me and leave you for me, then I must really be on point. But what we don't see is it is listen to me, y'all. It is very easy for a narcissist to leave us for someone else. It is very easy for them to do that. And the reason why, one of the main reasons why, I ain't gonna say it's just one reason, but because there's many reasons, but one of the main reasons that it's easy for them to leave us for another person, guys, when you look in the mirror, you look like responsibility. You look like commitment. You look like a standard at this point. You look like someone that has heard all the lies. You know they lie. They know they liars.
Yeah.
They know it. They are not interested. Listen, guys, they're not somewhere trying to figure this out and trying to figure out what moves you. They're not. They know what moves you. They know the lies that they told. Guys, if they stole, look, they knew you had $1,000 in your wallet. Okay? You had $1,000 in cash in your wallet, and they know they stole it. They know they stole it. That narc is going to help you look for that money.
And they want you to go down. They want to take you down. My lowest point. I mean, this is how low you can get. I literally, it took my dad bailing me out of jail. Okay, this how a narc do, because they want to be, in the alley with crackhead Sally. They want to do that. So now you up here about to fight crackhead Sally, and then you already in competition with crackhead Sally, who barely dressed. So I did that. I was a fool. I was in Dululu. So I'm up there. I get picked up, and it took hearing my dad say, "You look like a stripper." I mean, I was just like, and I looked at what I had on. I'm up here. I did, because they preferred that tight. And then you in comp like, well, I guess you like him like this, or you guess you like, well, I got this, I can bounce back, watch da. They didn't want you in that category. They wanted all the categories. Now you out of your place, so they still mad at you for how dare you come into the alley with us and then dress like that. And then they talk about you like you're supposed to be a woman of God, blah, blah, blah. But you with the that's how this get. That's the whole Delulu land of insanity. And you will lose your last bit of brain if you continue to try to deal with somebody whose brain is missing some parts. Do I need to show the picture? They missing some parts, okay? So we can't be like that, or we gonna start missing some parts. That's how that works.
All we trying to do is understand. That's all we trying to do. The whole time we dealing with this situation, we just trying to understand, what do I gotta do to get this person to just go back to the person that I met? What do I gotta do? That's all.
Machine. That's the only thing you can do. Get a time machine. They don't even remember who that person was. They trying to figure out from you, like, do you got a video?
Keisha, that's exactly what I'm saying. When you say, where's that person I met, they literally kind of burst out laughing inside. What you talking about? I don't know. Who was I when you met me?
Right.
That's how they really feel. They really feel like, who? What you mean? What? I don't know who I was when I met you. Right. All I know is it worked.
Yeah. And they might be like, I was coming out of drugs. I was coming out of relationship. I wasn't making decisions like that when I met you. I don't know. I can't remember that. That's, you're dealing with somebody with missing parts of the brain. It's a lot of darkness in there. I don't know what is working with the narc. Like, can they just wake up and move? Yeah. Like, I think that's
the brain scan really told a lot, and you know what? I'm so glad you did that illustration, because that's the kind of thing that helps us to be able to see, even though, again, guys, there always will be a day. You're always going to have those days, for the most part. until you really get yourself out of this, you're still going to have those days where you ask yourself, like, damn, what was it? What was it? That's something that's going to eat at you. It's going to eat at you. You're going to want to know, what was it? What was it that I didn't get? What was it that I didn't see that makes this person tick? And that's where you get it wrong, guys. That's where every last one of us that has asked that question, that's where we got it wrong, because we have the audacity to believe that we had some control over the insanity inside of that devil. That's where we got it wrong. You think you had some control somewhere. The only reason the narc wants to deal with you is because you turned that control over to them. Mm-hmm. That's it. Anyone a narcissist is with, listen, the narcissist, you're only going to catch them in two kinds of relationships, okay? And I said this on record first. I'm saying it. You're only going to catch them in two types of relationships. One is their preference. Their preference relationship is the person with zero boundaries. Zero. The doormat, the person they get to dog, the person that they get to destroy. Okay? The other person, the other relationship you're going to catch a narc in is they're going to be with another narc that's dogging them. But that's it. You're never going to catch them in something where they're in love and the other person is in love too. And they just love each other and they just never. Because that is not what's inside of that person. That's how I know. Because I know y'all think, well, how you know? You don't know. Yes, I do. Yes, I do know. Because if that was in them, that loving, giving, concerned person, if that was in them, you would have never met them, because they would have stayed with the person that they were with at first. They would have stayed in their first good relationship. Okay, they would have stayed with that person. They would still be somewhere enjoying that person today. Okay, so never put yourself in the equation, because you're not even in the equation. Okay, you're not going to change their mind on who they are and what they're about. It's
they
not
don't even, you got the right pronouns. They, them, whenever they call them pronouns, that's the narc. The pronouns is they, them, us. Okay, that's what you're dealing with. So you got a bunch of things in there. The narc checked out. Remember, he got them dark spots. They almost look like horns when you look at them. Right? But they them dark spots. So they checked out. Like, they don't have that emotion. That's what they have, are these personas. So maybe they've seen people acting, they've seen it on TV. They can be this character, that character. They soul jump. That's what I call it. Like, just you might get the Romeo today, and you might get the wife beater tomorrow. I mean, you don't know which one you're gonna get, or each minute.
No, Keisha, you just hit it, man. You just hit it. And that's something that every person in this chat can bear witness to. The narc has a very powerful persona.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing back in that mess, but the persona. Because they believe they're better than you, and they believe they're better than everybody. And we believe it. We listen to it and we believe it. We're sitting there and we're watching, we're saying, wow, yeah, they really seem to be confident, and you didn't even know that they got that level of confidence because they are butchering somebody.
Yeah.
Yes, they're
and people think they're smart. Like, they're like, Well, my narcissist was very intelligent, like some, a lot of people say that they never were anybody narcissists but Satan's, but they think like, well, they were really intelligent or they did this and that. No, they were manipulative. People can pass tests. I've done it. Like I was like in school. I had many people, narcissist colleagues. Hey, can I get those answers? Hey, let's do that study guide together. Hey, and I was like, people please. So I'm like, yeah, I want us all to pass. But this is how they get ahead. It's not based on intellect, because even some of the ones I consider mentors, they were not smart. I'm like, you're making so many mistakes. But what they were doing was they knew how to lie. They knew how to get people to do the work for them. They knew how to get ahead. They would throw them under the bus, get rid of them, get new ones. They knew how to use those words of venom to get ahead corporately or however, but doesn't mean that they're smart intellectually. Remember, this is still their brain. Okay, this is their brain. So a lot of that frontal lobe ain't there. They don't make a lot of logical decisions. They'll jump hop a good marriage or a good job in a second just because of somebody's smiles. But we have to understand this, because we get caught up in the belief that, well, maybe we could be wrong or they're like this. No, you got to look at how this scan looks, because it doesn't lie. Like clinically, when you interview these people, they look just like how the brain say it would be. Like they say there's no emotional attachment at all. It's all about them. Well, that person was good for me, or that person did that. Oh yeah, I really did that one wrong. Oh yeah, I mean that one lost everything. I was terrible for that. But they actually gloating about it instead of being remorseful. There's no remorse.
No.
We have to stay away from these people because they get gratification out of destroying your life. Like they are karma. Karma is one of the personas inside of them, the destroyer of worlds. No one on here, maybe one or two people, I don't know, can say, no, the narcissist didn't destroy my world. The narcissist didn't hurt me. I don't think anybody can say that, because every time
with a narc.
Every path they leave is destroyed. Go line up their exes. Destroyed. The only reason why the ex might reconnect is because the ex thought you were something, and they like, oh, how dare he be happy? I'm about to make sure, like, I'm gonna mess that up. Let me flirt with them because I know what kind of guy they are, or I know what kind of girl she is. I bet I can get them. That's it. That's the only reason why an ex will double back. Ask me how I know. I've had some reach out, and I was like, really? Your brain was like that? I don't even know you, but I know, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to block you, because that's crazy.
Man, listen, we keep on trying to make sense of what ain't never gonna make sense.
Right.
And that's all of us. That's all of us. When we keep on walking and trying and beating ourselves up, trying to figure out what is it. You're trying to make sense out of something that will never stop. Just stop. Oh man, look at this. China said, court on Monday finally over. I'm getting full custody. Wow. Congratulations.
You deserve it. Yay. See you win.
Going through this for I think, ain't it 2 years now, China? Waiting on this, like, man, this joker is and the crazy part about it is I remember dude and his girlfriend was in the chat. It was great. They was coming after China with everything, man.
Oh my God.
It's some nights like, whoa, what is going on? But that's how these people are, man. They want to fight you tooth and nail.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, man.
And they're gonna act like they don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you be on something. They know good. The stuff that goes on, them dark spots. You just always, anytime you see the phone, hopefully they block. But if they not, and you got to do low contact for whatever reason, and you see that name or anything, think of that picture. Like, I'm about to be dealing with the no-brainer here. Let me see.
question.
Prepare myself.
Man, I'm telling you. But well, I guess that's China's statement for the night. She got caught on Monday, y'all. She doing it. It's happening. You know, yeah, we celebrating being able. She said 2.5 years. She been fighting for 2.5 years.
You should have put the music on for that. That's
Man,
Friday night jam. That's some celebration.
I'm just saying that I remember, I remember bringing China up in the chat, like just, nightly thinking like, wow, this woman has a very high level of knowledge when it comes to this topic. And I remember when she started to come on to the show, and just little bit by little bit, and it was like this dude was crushed. He was crushed. He was already with somebody else, but he was crushed that she wasn't crushed.
Wow.
Crushed him to see she is living and her life is lifing. He was, and right now, as you can see, and I'm saying this is what happened when you get focused, when you get tuned in and focused in another direction. These people, man, their entire relationship, you don't even know it, but it is hinged on whether or not you gonna be crushed by whatever they in. Because if you're not destroyed by their new relationship situation, man, they ain't staying in that. They're not staying in that for long. They're not, because it doesn't have any effect on you. And they ain't really tripping off that person. A relationship ain't something they tripping off of. They tripping off what they can do in a relationship.
They don't even know that person. It was just a quick, yeah, okay, I got somewhere to sleep. That's it. They don't know them. They too focused on you.
I got one body next to me, they gonna act right. Okay, I try this one out for a little while, till I find something I can destroy. Maybe I'll destroy this one. We'll see. Whoo, Keisha, what you gonna leave with tonight? Thank you for the presentation. My goodness, man. We got to do more of those. You definitely got to hit us with some more of those.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like that's it helps to have a visual and see it. We can talk about it a lot, but when you can see it, it helps you to start getting more into that healing process.
Yes.
I want to leave them with, on your healing journey, one way to start getting over this stuff. One, you're not going to figure their brain out. Even professionally, we ain't trying to figure their brain out. We know, like, once you make that diagnosis, this is how this is about to go. Hopefully they might take some medicine. More than likely, they don't feel like they need it. But, it's like, we're not even trying. We understand how this works. It's not, that's it. It's not going to get better. Usually it's court ordered or pending a divorce or trying to keep somebody in a relationship, or the mother, somebody going to put them out. So that's why they're there. They're not there because they feel like something's wrong with them. So regardless of what they tell you, because they lie. I mean, if they're a liar, they're going to lie. So why would you believe this lie, like maybe this time it's the truth. Out of the million lies they told, the one it's going to be the truth. No, they're a liar. They love lying. Their honesty is not. It's a test called Mach 4, MACH4. It shows that Machiavellianism, that ability to lie, manipulate, and those are some of the questions on there. And those questions, when we do a scoring, and when they score high, because they have to score high to, be in certain diagnosis, they actually say how much they love to manipulate people. They don't feel like honesty should be used in all situations. They don't feel like people are trustworthy. They feel like they can gain based on charm. These are some of the questions that they answer positively to get this number. And they really, identify with that. Like they feel like ain't nothing wrong with that. That's how it should be. You're stupid for always being honest and stuff. That's weak. You know, why be honest and work hard and put yourself out there when you can just have 10 people and get money from them? They only care about money, getting money from people or supply needs so they can go to Ali Sally back there. That's who they want to rock with, but they want to be the supplier for Ali Sally. So her and her girls can come and they can all chill and do stuff. That's them. But leaving you with the get over and heal. Each day, take a paper, fold it. You need to write on one side of that paper what brings you energy, what brings you life, what brings you that joy each day. Like this is self-care, self-compassion. And then on the other list, that's your DL list. And we're going to revamp that definition because it's your drain list. Who draining you? Who, what, where, when, and how? And you're going to put strong boundaries on those drainers. Quit answering those phone calls. For people that's similar with the venom with the talk, sometimes you might be surrounded by toxic friends, toxic coworkers that want to keep your mind in that state of being drained because this narc stuff is happening. You don't want to do that. You got to put them on the list because we got with the narc because of something that was going on, some unhealed wound that they was able to see. We got to quit entertaining that. We got to find out, all right, this bring me energy. So I might exercise in the morning, or I might figure out how to like be a CEO or how to have this business or how to manage something. I might grow up in some areas that the narc came in and try to rescue me out of. So if you didn't like doing tedious tasks and the narc was always your runner person, do those tedious tasks. Figure out how to get that done so you don't get with another narc. And that would start that healing to where now your mindset is being shifted and a narc, that emotional part that was pulling on you is not so strong. You won't care no more. They'll just go by the wayside because now you're focusing on you.
Wow. Wow. Y'all getting it straight from the therapist this evening. Man, first of all, China internet kind of, was in and out tonight, y'all. So, she was just in and out. So there it is. But she did want to leave us with, she got caught on Monday. She get her paperwork on Monday. Okay. So we want to say congratulations. Keisha came in here and gave us a mean demonstration, y'all. Yeah, we got to do more of those, Keisha. Definitely got to do more of those. Guys, tonight I just want to tell you, man, the day that you look in that mirror and you see someone that is incredible and you trust it, your life has changed. We always looking for what they, you do not control what they, any of it. You control what's in the mirror. You have total control of what's in the mirror. You have total control over what you're going to tolerate, what you're going to deal with, how much of it you're going to deal with. You control that part. If you decide you want to believe that the narc is better off somewhere, that the narc has gone on to greener pastures, a better life, a better relationship, a better person, a better. If you want to beat yourself up with that, I just want to let you know you strictly just lying to yourself. You're trying to trick yourself. You're trying to justify to yourself that it's something wrong with me. Everything I did for that person, it's something wrong with me. You're trying to convince yourself because, again, I told y'all, that's how your brain works. Your brain just wants to make sense out of everything. That's it. It makes sense out of everything. And when you still believe what the narc is saying, I told y'all guys, either you are all in or you're all the way out. It's no in between. When you still believe what the narc is saying, then you believe that they are somewhere winning. You believe that they're somewhere acting right, that they're not cheating anymore. You believe that. You believe that dog don't cheat on nobody but you. You the only one they ever did that to. Married and everything. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Somebody that will openly just run out there and maliciously cheat on you in a marriage. They ain't.
As a minister, okay, with a marriage ministry. Come on, man.
They're not going to ever be in a devoted monogamous relationship with anyone. Monogamy does not exist in that vessel, people. It doesn't. So stop lying to yourself. Trying to make yourself think, oh no, it was just me that made them do that. That made them lie, cheat, steal, and everything else. It ain't nothing in you that could make somebody do something like that. There's nothing in you that powerful that could turn somebody into a lying, cheating disaster. Nothing. There's nothing in any of us that is that powerful. Okay? So stop beating yourself up. Stop asking yourselves that question. What did I do? What could I have done? You could have cut them off the day you saw the first red flag. You could have. That's what you could have done. Hey guys, that's it for us tonight, man. I told y'all we was gonna come in here and attack this devil, and I think we had an incredible attack on this devil this evening, because we're not gonna just sit back and let them keep attacking us. And we're gonna leave y'all the same way we come in here, and the same way we leave y'all every night, with nothing but love, peace, and soul.
Okay, good night. Good night.
Good weekend, good people. All right. Good night, everybody. Everybody, good night.